And his name is...
It's John Bunday. Hi, it's John Bunday back with another Master System challenge. Usually I would tend to actually talk while playing the game, but I found when doing this on my previous attempt, I kept dying or making stupid mistakes over and over again, so I realised I should actually concentrate and then add my talking afterwards. Anyway, so this week we're playing Bruce Lee, which is actually a homebrew game. Well, I say a homebrew, it is a homebrew on the Master System, but it is all based off an original game, which I believe was on the Commodore 64 and the PC. And after I tried playing this, or see what it was like, and then taking a look, I have to admit, I actually really prefer the visuals of the Master System version compared to the other versions, or at least the ones that I saw on YouTube. And yeah, I don't know, it's again my nostalgia for the Master System. It's just, I think this is just a better looking game. Anyway, say in the comments if you agree or disagree. But the way the game works is that you have to collect all these lamps that are hidden, well, not hidden, that are around the stages. I don't know why lamps are the thing to go for, because it's China maybe? Anyway, and throughout the levels there are these two guys who keep chasing after you and who will infinitely respawn, and as there is no timer, they are the method by which you can get a high score, which, spoiler alert, I won't be doing. I am just getting through the game, but you would be able to get a really high score by just waiting and farming and just doing it over and again, like on that previous level. If I just stayed there, I could have just let them keep coming down and falling into the pit and dying. Over and over and over and over, but I don't think that's a very, well, as I'm also wanting this to be mildly entertaining, I didn't go for that. I'm just running through the level. If there's a chance to try and take these guys out, I'll go for it, but for me, it's the risk-reward fallacy of, do I want to take these guys out, or do I just want to get my ass out of dodge? I went for the latter. Anyway, yes, so I haven't actually been paying attention to what's happening on the screen as I've been talking about the game itself, but there's not much to the gameplay. I mean, it's a platformer at the end of the day, and you are the titular Bruce Lee as you make your way around these levels and pretty much go up and down. There's no full damage, which I quite like, while being pursued by, yeah, as I said before, these two guys. The white things that shoot across the screen will KO you in one go, and as you just see, yep, there's also bombs on the floor. And the amount of times I died right at this point because I stood still because I didn't want to accidentally fall there and get hit by the white beam, or I just went straight over the edge and got killed. So yes, but this time we're doing better. I don't know if this is actually based off a movie. I mean, yeah, I know who Bruce Lee is. I mean, everyone knows who he is, but I haven't really seen his films, which it might be sacrilege to say. I know, like, films like Enter the Dragon are, like, you know, films that culturally you just have to have seen, but I've just never got around to it. Want to do in the future. So, again, if anyone can explain if this is actually based off one of his films, or if this is just, well, we've got the license for Bruce Lee, let's do something with him. I mean, is Cage and Yarmo, did I pronounce that right, characters from the film? I don't know. Yeah, this is my third time playing the game. So I always do one which I never bother recording, just so that I can get a feel for the game, see how the mechanics work, try and get my way. I don't try and complete it, I'll just figure out what I'm meant to be doing. And then the next time I play is when I hit the record button. And I said at the beginning, when I hit the record button, I just kept screwing up again and again and again. That might not necessarily be a big problem for me, but I know this is a short game. Like, you can beat it in like 10 to 15 minutes. And I was getting annoyed because I don't want to get near the end when I know I could actually complete the thing. so that's why I decided to actually concentrate for once in my life. And I'm curious, like, I was just standing on top of what I believe are air currents, so that's a thing apparently you can do. Anyway. And the first time I got to this bit, I tried to go down, I couldn't, I actually had to walk to the side to be able to go down again. And I don't know why I'm acting like there's a, why I have to do it quickly. I mean, there is no time limit, but hey, I guess I just don't want to make guys wait around for ages while I do something. Getting back to how the levels are designed, I mean, okay, yes, they are all based off of the original game, but I really do, I have to say, I really like the art direction that the person who made this went with. I think it's very colourful, I think it's great use of sprites, the hitboxes all seem to work very well. I mean, when I first played, I didn't figure out how to do a flying kick initially, but they were easy to do, just me being an idiot. Sometimes I wish the fall would be a bit quicker, or you could fall diagonally, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers. And I don't know how lamps reveal doors, but again, video games. Now, the first time I played, I didn't get much further than this, but there's a point coming up where you can actually get some extra lives, which I missed the first time. I mean, you can see where you've missed them, which I'll point out once we get there. But I was like, I've got to go back and do that. I mean, I didn't know there were lives at the time, but now I do. Which, if I picked them up, maybe I would have actually completed it on that trial run. And then would have kicked myself for not recording then. So, yeah. When I thought about doing this as a voiceover, part of me thought, oh, could I come up with something clever? You know, then I thought, the only thing that came to mind would have probably come across as quite racist when I try and do, like, the old style, like, you know, voiceover they used to do, like, dubbing of these kind of films. And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. So, yeah. So you just have plain talking here. And again, like, well, this is so much more colourful than the originals. Okay, I haven't played them, so I can't comment, but to me, this, I think, is the preferred way of playing it, just from a visual perspective. So if you do have other copies of the game, or if you played them, then let me know if you agree or disagree. And, yeah, see the gold medallion? That is 2 extra lives. And these guys just keep coming and coming. You can kill them all you want, but they'll just keep showing back up. Again, that's the way to farm points, which I'm not doing. And I mean, we're not that far from the end of the game. Like, there's a little bit more to do, but it doesn't take long at all. Which, to be fair, I like that I really enjoyed doing Castle of Illusion, but that was like almost an hour to complete. So whereas I like it when you can do them short and sweet, like you don't have to spend ages trying to play the game. Because, I mean, I really enjoy doing these challenge videos. Like, it's actually getting me to play games, actually, you know, try different games that I missed out, or in this case, discover. But, stupid mistake there. But at the same time, like, I want to put in a good effort for these challenges. And if it turns out that, like, oh, you know, the game could take several hours to complete, it's like, I don't have, like, loads of time to be able to play these. So I appreciate it when they're short and sweet, is what I'm trying to say. Like, and funny enough, since starting these videos, I haven't replayed many other games. What I mean is, like, these Master System games are the ones that I'm, like, my main games. The only ones I've completed this year have been Master System games. I mean, I've done videos on, like, Mega Drive games as well, but and that's just more recording for those videos. Like the last Mega Drive game I actually played and completed was last year, which was Story of Thor, and then I made a video about it this year, but this is I guess I'm just being a Master System boy at the moment. And for those who are curious, I am actually playing the game with the proper Master System controller, which will feature in a pickups video that I recorded last week, but it's not going live until next week, I think. I like to have a schedule for these things. Another silly mistake there. And at this point we have a new gameplay mechanic, which you'll see in a moment. I mean, to be fair, I could have ducked that whole time, that's not what I'm referring to. But is that you'll finally get to use Bruce Lee's arms to actually traverse across the ceiling. Which, I'll be honest, could have been implemented a bit better. Like, right now I was struggling with the controller to make sure that I was actually not falling down. Maybe that might have worked better if I was using the Mega Drive controller, because the D-pad is more X shaped, well, you know, up, down, left, right, whereas the Master System one is more circular. And this is the last screen before the boss, which is laughably easy to defeat. I say that, I still die, but which you'll see in a moment. I mean, if I were to have played this as a kid, actually bought the game and played as a kid. Actually, let me rephrase that. If I was given this as a kid, yep, had a great time. If I were to have bought this as a kid and then realised that there is the end of the game, then would I feel like, you know, where's the rest of my gameplay? Anyway, that's the end of the game. So score is 59900. So, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will catch you all next time.